Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to kick off today's session with a focus on the 2026 Developer Reset. This is the first slide, so I want to start by thanking you all for being here. Today, we'll explore what this reset means for developers, the key changes on the horizon, and how we can prepare for this transformation. We'll cover the main trends, strategies, and opportunities that will shape the developer landscape leading up to 2026. Let's get started. The era of manual coding is over. What does that really mean? Well, it's a recognition that traditional coding, writing lines and lines of complex code by hand, is no longer the only way to develop software or automate processes. Advances in technology, especially in the fields of AI and low-code platforms, are transforming how we create solutions. This shift is significant because it opens up opportunities for more people to participate in software development, regardless of their coding background. It's about making technology more accessible and efficient. As we move through this presentation, keep in mind that this change isn't just about speed. It's about empowering innovation and reducing barriers. The tools we have today are redefining what's possible, and understanding this shift is key to staying ahead in this evolving landscape. So let's dive into what vibe coding actually is. Essentially, it's a method for understanding and interpreting the underlying energy or mood in a given context, whether that's a conversation, a piece of media, or even a workplace environment. The core idea is that every situation has a certain vibe, a unique feel or tone, and vibe coding helps us decode that. By paying attention to subtle cues like tone of voice, body language, and even choice of words, we can get a better sense of the overall vibe. This is especially useful because it allows us to connect more authentically and respond more effectively. When we grasp the vibe, we can tailor our approach, improve communication, and foster a more positive environment. This concept ties back to our broader theme of enhancing interpersonal connections and understanding through more nuanced perception. It's about moving beyond just words to really sense what's happening on a deeper level. Let's dive into vibe coding, intent-driven engineering. This concept is really about aligning our engineering efforts with the true intent behind user actions and system behaviors. Instead of just focusing on the technical implementation, we ask ourselves, what is the user really trying to accomplish? By understanding these intentions, we can design more intuitive, responsive, and efficient systems. It's about shifting from a purely code-centric approach to one that is driven by the desired outcomes. This way, we ensure that every line of code and each feature we develop directly supports the user's goals. This approach ties into the overall theme of creating smarter, more human-centered technology. Ultimately, intent-driven engineering helps us build solutions that are not only technically sound, but also meaningful and impactful for users. Let's take a closer look at the 2026 AI tech stack. This slide highlights the key components that will define the future of AI technology. First, you'll notice the emphasis on foundational frameworks. These are the building blocks that support the development and deployment of AI solutions. They ensure that models are scalable, efficient, and adaptable to various applications. Next, we see an increasing reliance on advanced algorithms, which are becoming more sophisticated, enabling AI to perform complex tasks with higher accuracy. Then, there's the importance of data infrastructure, robust data management and processing systems that feed these models with high-quality information. Lastly, the integration of AI tools into existing business ecosystems is crucial, allowing organizations to leverage AI seamlessly in their operations. All of these elements together form a comprehensive stack that drives innovation and competitive advantage in 2026. Connecting this back to our overall theme, understanding this stack is essential for staying ahead in the rapidly evolving AI landscape. Now, let's take a closer look at some essential tools for the modern developer. First up is Cursor in Composer mode, which is truly the industry-standard AI IDE for multi-file editing. It streamlines the way we work across complex projects, making it easier to navigate and manage multiple files seamlessly. Next is Bolt.new, a browser-based full-stack prototyping tool that requires zero local setup. This means you can jump straight into building and testing your ideas without the hassle of configuring environments or installing software. Then we have Windsurf, or Cascade, an AI that remembers your project architecture and legacy patterns. This capability helps maintain consistency and can accelerate development by keeping your project structure intact, even as things evolve. Finally, V0. Dev is a generative UI factory that produces production-ready React and Tailwind components. It empowers developers to rapidly generate high-quality UI elements, reducing development time and ensuring design consistency. Together, these tools exemplify how modern development is becoming more efficient, integrated, and AI-driven, aligning perfectly with our overall theme of leveraging innovative solutions to enhance productivity. Let's take a closer look at agentic workflows and MCP. These are key concepts that really highlight how automation and intelligent processes can transform our work. When we talk about agentic workflows, we're referring to systems that aren't just following static instructions. They're capable of making decisions, adapting, and acting autonomously within set boundaries. This means tasks can be completed more efficiently, with less need for constant human intervention. Now, MCP, or Managed Control Processes, complement this idea by providing a structured way to oversee and govern these autonomous workflows. It ensures everything runs smoothly, securely, and aligns with our overall objectives. Connecting this to our broader theme, these concepts showcase how we can leverage advanced automation to increase productivity, reduce errors, and free up human resources for more strategic work. It's about creating smarter, more adaptable work environments that evolve alongside our needs. What is MCP? Well, it stands for Model Context Protocol, and you can think of it as the USB-C for AI. Just like USB-C is a universal connector for devices, MCP is a universal protocol that connects different AI models and systems seamlessly. Now, one of the key features is the bridge. This allows LLMs, like Claude or Gemini, to connect directly to your local files, Google Drive, or even Slack. So instead of switching between apps or copying data back and forth, everything becomes integrated and accessible in real time. Next, we have agent swarms. Instead of relying on a single AI chat, we're moving toward coordinated teams of specialized agents working together. This shift enables more complex tasks to be handled efficiently, with each agent bringing its own expertise to the table. And then, there's the concept of the ghost developer. Imagine autonomous agents that can debug, test, and document code all on their own, even when you're offline. It's like having a ghostly team of developers working behind the scenes, making your workflow smoother and more productive. Overall, we're evolving from simple chatbots to dynamic AI agents that can collaborate, adapt, and operate independently. This progression is transforming how we interact with AI, making it more powerful, flexible, and integrated into our daily work. Now, let's talk about the idea of becoming the architect of your own career. This slide is all about taking control and designing your professional path intentionally. Instead of waiting for opportunities to come to you, you actively shape your future, choosing the projects, skills, and roles that align with your vision. When you think of yourself as an architect, you're building a solid foundation, planning carefully, and constructing a career that reflects your strengths and passions. This mindset shift is crucial because it puts you in the driver's seat. It's about being proactive, strategic, and deliberate in your decisions. Remember, your career is your masterpiece, and you're the one designing it. So embrace your role as the architect and start building the future you truly want. So, how do we actually survive and thrive in this environment? Well, it all starts with resilience, being able to adapt and bounce back from setbacks. That's crucial because change is constant, and our ability to stay flexible keeps us moving forward. Next, continuous learning is key. Never stop seeking new knowledge or skills, because that's what keeps us ahead and relevant. It's about cultivating a growth mindset, seeing challenges as opportunities to grow rather than obstacles. Building strong relationships is also vital. Networking and collaboration open doors, create support systems, and foster innovation. Remember, we're stronger together. Finally, maintaining a positive outlook and staying focused on our goals helps us navigate uncertainties with confidence. These strategies, resilience, learning, connection, and positivity, are what will help us not just survive but truly thrive in this ever-changing landscape. They connect back to our core theme of adaptability and growth, empowering us to succeed no matter what comes our way.